day, good afternoon, people. How are you today? This is Laurie Larson, and welcome to the Wealthy LaLa Show. Today is episode 199-2. Oh, wow. I tell you, since I've come home from this Dr. Joe event, oh, man, it has just been... It's been beautiful. It's been, like, simply beautiful. Uh, yeah. You know what's really cool is that I just had the video on Zoom. I'm not sure why I turned it on because it actually makes a smaller recording when I record it if I keep it just on to audio and not on the video. But my hair's looking fine this morning, let me tell you. I went to bed, I think around 10. I was up at 2, kind of tossed and turned and did the total avoiding because I thought it was too early to meditate. Did the tossing and turning. My husband was snoring. And finally I thought, well, you might as well just get up, Laurie. Well, but you know what? But it's not even just that. I seriously feel like I have this freaking my finger in a electricity socket. Like I have this energy running through my body like nothing I have had before. And I remember before going to Dr. Joe's event, there was once or twice I think I'd meditated in the evening, and I was like, God, I can't do that because then I can't sleep. Because I saw the importance, I was like, I have to have my sleep, so I can't do whatever's going to disrupt my sleep. Well, that's like saying, you've not been eating for a really, really long time, you're anorexic, and you get hungry just before bed, and it would contribute to you to have food just before bed, and you're like, no, I'll just wait. I'll wait till the morning. Well, that's in a sense in a really bad way. If I could think of a better example, I will. Of kind of explaining what it's like you're not giving your body the nourishment, but this is the energetic nourishment that you require. Because what I realized is that I used to think that, but then I've been the last couple nights, like if I wake up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, I get up and I meditate, I can actually go back to bed and fall asleep. And I actually did that before I went to the workshop too. So that's actually not true. That it's gonna, make it harder for me to sleep. What if that's just, what is my body inviting me to? Get your butt out of bed, Laurie. This is a really great space to meditate. So after tossing and turning for about a good half hour, I finally thought, okay, I'm going to get up. I'll go meditate. So I think it was about 2:30. Got up, did a meditation. This one was a smaller one, so it was only about a half an hour. And I realized I still had way too much energy going on. I wasn't going to be able to fall back asleep. So what do? I played on my phone for a little bit, and then went and had a bath, finished the last 30 pages of a romance novel I was reading. I think it was finally about 4:30 I decided, well, I think I could go back to bed and sleep now. So I went back to bed, fell asleep, woke up at 6:30 when my husband's alarm clock went off for him to go to work. Realized I wasn't going to be able to sleep, but I was in this beautiful, relaxed place. And I thought, I haven't started my day yet, haven't got myself jumped out of bed, forward moving, because I notice sometimes if I'm going to do a meditation, midday or something, I struggle a little bit more with doing it just because I feel like I have all this stuff that I need to do. But if I catch myself before that and I do it right away, I find that I'll just slip right into it. I give myself less time to think about it, less time to create resistance with it. So anyways, I picked an hour-long meditation. I did it, got into the space, loved up my energy centers. Other people call them chakras. Dr. Joe calls them energy centers. And then I got up. So I don't even know how much sleep I got, maybe 3.5 hours and then 2 hours. But I got 2 meditations in, and I feel fine. Yeah, it's kind of like, seriously, it's really blowing my mind. I don't think I mentioned this on my show the other day, but one of the things I discovered with going to Dr. Joe's workshop, Dr. Joe Dispenza, for those of you that if this is your first time listening to me, um, but going to his 7-day advanced workshop, I just went in Niagara Falls, USA side, and I discovered that it blew the belief out of the water that I had to have a lot of sleep. I had to have enough sleep. I had to have a certain amount of sleep. And just rolling with it, because he even talks about this on his shows sometimes. Like, when you guys are like super excited about going on a holiday and you have to get up at 3 a.m. to get to the airport for 5, and or you were a kid and you're going on it was a field trip day or something. The excitement of it made you feel alive and you were fine. Well, that's actually, if we felt alive in our lives, if we felt alive with what's going on in our lives, what would that create? It would be like having our finger in that socket, like I talked about. So yesterday I had a bunch of running around to do. I had to go to Edmonton, which is the closest city to where I live. I ran in there, had some appointments and shopping and whatever to do. And as I was driving home, so, I have friends, okay? I got a couple of really good friends that are pretty connected to nature. They do this oh, the trees are talking to me, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, I saw this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it was so beautiful outside. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that was how I was before Dr. Joe's class, let me tell you. So, like, I thought rainbows were beautiful. I loved looking at them. I loved looking at the fall trees. I loved spring, hoarfrost in the winter, stuff like that. And yesterday, when I was driving home from the city, I looked to my right and there was a rainbow. Now, it was not raining, but there must have been kind of rain where this rainbow was, probably 10, 15 miles from where I was driving. And I saw this rainbow. And it was like, and I say this, and I got to find different words for it, but I say it like, it was like it hurt my heart. It was so beautiful. Now, these are kind of things that I heard my friends talk about before, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, I got that it was real for them, but I couldn't feel that it was real for me, right? And then I saw this rainbow yesterday, and I was like, oh God, so beautiful. And so I got to watch it for about 15 minutes of my drive, and like, I was being very careful, people. I was being very careful because I could hardly keep my eyes off it. I was like, geez, could I just stop? Well, I guess I could have, but anyways, oh, it was so beautiful. Like, I remember when we found out we were going to have our first grandchild, and our kids told us, and I remember my heart feeling like it was hurting. And one of the things that I've known about myself is, from the past, was like, I don't feel like I feel things. Well, whatever happened and was created, the space that I'm tapping into, the things I've shifted within my body, all of that has created a depth of perceiving and receiving and seeing the beauty. Like, I'm just so grateful that the leaves were still orange and yellow and green and everything, when I came home from Niagara Falls. But the rainbow, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was just so breathtaking. I took 4 pictures. I actually haven't looked at them. I got to look at them again. It's so interesting. And you know what I'm realizing? Like, When we were on the trip, when I was on the trip, and one of the walking meditations, well, we did 2 walking meditations in the morning, and we got to walk by the Niagara Falls, the Canadian side. And I missed it because I happened to go there early. I needed to use the bus that took people down there. Like most of the people walked, but I needed to use the bus so that I could be able to do the walking meditation. Just my legs weren't strong enough to handle both the walk and the walking meditation and then walk back, right? So those of us that went on the bus were like early. So by the time I was done my meditation, it was before most other people were. So I went back on the bus to the hotel. And then I see that they had this amazing rainbow right over Niagara Falls. And I wanted so much to see that myself. And I just realized that I got to see my rainbow yesterday. The universe surprises and delights you with what you want. It doesn't give it to you as you expect. When the workshop was over, I really wanted to go down there the Monday morning before we flew out, and I wanted to see the rainbow again. Well, just the way it worked out with sleeping in, needing to pack, all the stuff that needed to get done to be able to leave that day and get on the bus to take me back to Canada, to Toronto. It didn't work out to have enough time to go and do the walking meditation and or see the rainbow. But I got to see the rainbow. Like the universe is going to surprise and delight us. Like when we're willing to be alive with life and we're willing to open our hearts. Oh my God, when we're willing to open our hearts to the beauty of ourselves, the beauty of this world we live in, the beauty of what's possible, the beauty that there is things possible. The universe, the divine, matches our effort and will surprise and delight us in just most beautiful ways. And I could feel it. Like when I saw that rainbow yesterday, it was like it just ran, the energy just ran through my whole body. My heart just, exploded in my chest. And I felt so incredibly, incredibly grateful. Oh, man, I tell ya. I'm just kind of soaking it in. If you guys can soak it in with me, please do. So, yeah. Oh man, oh man. And I don't think I've told you guys that I'm going to have another grandbaby. Yeah, my oldest son and his wife are due in February, so we're going to have our fourth one. So, so excited about it. So excited about the possibilities. Yeah, another little young one to bring into our family and love up. So, so exciting. Looking forward to it. Yeah, really, really am. So, you know, if there's those things in your life, oh, and kind of the thing is too, is that the other thing I wanted you to know is that when you have this aliveness in your body, when you take the time to do those things, to choose those things that create that aliveness in your body, whether it's for you gardening, going for runs, for walks in nature, going swimming, playing with your grandkids, like whatever, playing with your puppies or your kitties and stuff like that, whatever it is for you, allow yourself to just expand on it and just receive it and just enjoy it. Let it fill your body up and know that you are filling up the cells in your body with joy, with love, with just aliveness, vitality, vibrancy. Yeah. Oh, just that. Well, you know what? I'm going to end today's show. It's like a minute early. And thank you so much for listening. And I just so much desire for everyone or anyone who's been like me, who was not connected to this before or isn't connected to it, to find it. Ask the universe, ask the divine, ask God to show you where that is for you. And, just follow those hits and see where it takes you and what it creates. And I have a beauty in my life that I knew I was looking for and I didn't know was possible. And, my son had asked me when I came home from the workshop, he said, so Mom, are you changed? And it took me a couple days to sort of, how do I want to answer that? Because I'm not like some of those people that have come home and, my stage 4 cancer or whatever is gone, right? I don't have stage 4 cancer. But what I realized is that through my journey, what I was looking for, I got in this class. In the 18, 19 years, and maybe I said this on one of the last shows, and I get that it bears repeating. I found what I was looking for. I found me. I found my connection to everything. I found that I'm valuable, that I'm a part of this all. And yeah, God, and so much more I can't even put words to. So anyways, big hugs. You guys got over 16 minutes now today. That's too funny. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. I think we're going to read from the Change Me Prayers book tomorrow, people. So tune in. Big hug.